Well, hello. You Beatle fans would recognize that as being a tune called Yesterday. And you Beatle fans would also be aware that of the name George Martin. George Martin was the arranger and composer that made a lot of the Beatles songs sound less harsh and put in strings and other effects and actually use classical technique to make the songs sound a little bit better and turn them into actual classics. So what I'd like to do today, I chose this song because it gives us an opportunity to build on what we know and what we learned about fingerpicking style, but also we can introduce a couple of new concepts. So let's get started right now. If you remember at the beginning, I said with our hand position, we can use this type of a strum. And at the beginning of Yesterday, you will notice that they do something like which is exactly what we talked about earlier. Or your choice. Now we're going to find notes to this song, and it starts on A. So we're going to use I use a partial G position because I'm not actually going to use this note here at this point. So, and then I do a little fill. And then we go to an F sharp minor, actually F sharp minor 7th. We're going to bar these 4 strings, and we're going to put this finger over here. And we're going to then move into a B7th chord. Like that. Then we're going to go into this E minor 9th. Turns out that it's a 9th, but in actuality we're just playing an E minor and putting the melody on top of it. Then we're doing a little transition, changing to the C, and we're using this form for the next phrase. Notice I did a little arpeggio there. C. That's a little syncopated. Faster. Then we go B7th, and we're hitting this note here. And you notice I'm not doing. We save that for the end. This is stealing time away from that measure. Okay, now that's the A part, and you can repeat that, put a little change up in there to make it a little bit different on the second A part. Now we go into the B part, and this has an interesting chord. We're actually doing that F minor 7th again, but when we put this note in here, which is the melody note, that's a C, sorry, B, that's a B. And what that does to the chord is make it a slightly suspended chord. A suspended chord is when you put the 4th of the chord into the chord. The chords are not supposed to go, are not supposed to have the 4ths. They're supposed to have 1, 3, and 5. But if you put a 4th in there, it makes makes it suspended. So in this case, F sharp minor 7th, we have a suspended chord, and it gives it a nice tone. And it resolves nicely into that B7th. And now we're going to do something that is a classical technique. It's called counterpoint. And counterpoint is two melodies moving in different directions from each other. So we're going to do why she had to go. Okay, so the melody is, but we're going to do a counterpoint. So the bass strings are going to go, and the treble is going to go, and together it sounds like, let's see if I can do this. I'll try that again so you can see that. And the counterpoint part is, I'm starting over here. Remember, I'm doing this, and I'm doing, and it changes chords. Then it goes to a D, then it goes to a C with a G on top, then an E minor 9th. Then we're going to go to this chord here. We're going to keep playing this bass note, but this chord here is an A minor 6th. And it just happens to be an A minor 6th, but we're calling it an A minor with the F sharp on top. And then a little fill. And then we go, and I do it in a, you can do it in arpeggio style, or you can do it with a fill like I do. This note, which gives you an opportunity while that's ringing to move to the B7th chord and then come back into your counterpoint portion. And now we're going to go to this familiar D7th chord. So after that B part, we're going to go back into the A part once again and finish the song. Now, if you go back and listen to Yesterday by the Beatles, you'll hear this counterpoint played by the strings. And so that's a really neat little piece of music there. So you can have some fun with that. Give it a try. Have fun with it. I hear Daphne in the background. She's calling me. So take care. I hear Daphne in the background. It's her channel. She gets to bark. Anyway, have fun with Yesterday.